before I log off, remind me, Kim, don't go anywhere. All right? Because my brain is scatty.
Mine too.
Best of times. Yeah. Right, I'm muting you all, my darlings. So whatever you have to say, hold it to the end of the class. That sounds dodgy, doesn't it? So pin me if you need to, guys, and we will go. Cool. Yeah. All right, so let's get into squat position. As we go through the squats and movements, I'm going to talk you through my day because you're so fascinated by it. So you need to go a little bit wider. When we're doing this, can we focus on really drawing the tummy in? So when we're pushing back, don't let the tummy sag and try and get that control. So you're sucking the belly as you push the hips back. It will feel like you want to roll onto your heels and lift your toes up, okay? That's fine, because what we're going to work on is placing the foot down. So as we come back, don't push your feet to the ground. Come back, let your toes tip, and then push the floor with your toes lightly. So come up. So belly in, push into the heels, come up, push into the pads of the toes, and lift. That extension will fire up the muscle connection through the back of the legs. Oh, sounds like I know what I'm on about. I had a bit of a down, not a down weekend, but a low-key weekend. So you probably know if you're my Facebook friends, that I had the jab on Friday. So I am my mum's carer, which is the reason why, because everyone goes, you're not that old, just to put it out there. And I'm the only person who can do it. So instead of having to pay for someone to come out and care for her, they said, have your jab. And I said, yes, please. And then at the weekend, I was like, oh, what a bad. But you know, to be fair, I'll take it and I'm grateful because it's better than having COVID, I'm sure. But it did wipe me. I tried to push through, but I fell asleep on my sofa. And that's not very often that Kimmy does that. Right, so we're going to add those other movements in. So can we start that squat, lift, single, lunge. Now, if that's not for you, you don't have to do it. So up, level, belly in. So you can always do it like this if you'd rather. However, you get a better placement if you lean forward and do that squat. Here, lift in. Use a chair or something to the side if you'd like to. The other option is to use a weight. We're just warming up. So if you use a weight in front of you, what that does is help with stability. I know it sounds like a counterintuitive movement, but it's not. Good. So can you see if I'm slightly inflexible on one side of my body, what I can do, instead of giving that leg straight out, I'm just going to hook from the knee and lift my heel up. So I'm counterbalancing there. I'm going to start to feel it in my quads. Keep going, keep going. That's going to be our foundation move. So when we move through, I want you to get warm. You can use a free weight, and then we're going to add a couple of exercises in between. So if you have your little discs, don't worry if you don't, because you can do a normal exercise afterwards. So then we'll be doing either curtsy lunge, keep going through your movements, or slider to lunge. Slide to lunge. Right, now have a breather. Let's demonstrate that. So let's look at the feet here. So one foot in front. So whatever apparatus you're on, one foot in front, ball of the foot covers the glider. You go behind, so glide behind and up. So a little bit of pressure on the floor, and then you pull in, so keep it on the ground and drag it across. Keep this knee at a right angle as you come down. So what we want to do is jut out to the side. This foot is static, so you're not jutting out to the side. So when you come to the side, you keep going. I'm sitting down into it like I would a lunge. Yeah? And it's a nice glide. If you haven't already, switch sides. So again, this is still a warm up. Hips face forward. By all means, do a warm up before. I do 15 minutes on the bike, 15 to 30 minutes on the bike warm up, and sometimes some weights depending on what I want to achieve for the evening. So today, I really want to work into strength training and get that fired up. It's better for me at the moment than cardio for the time being. Keep going, do a couple more. So here's my proposal tonight. Keep going if you can, make it even through. we are going to do squat to lunge on each side. So that squat to that lunge, that squat to that lunge. We're going to do 10. Then straight from that, so 1, 2, so on, so on. Then we're going to go into set of 10 each side on that, and then repeat. So we're adding it all together tonight. So it's going to make a big difference to hit the muscle slightly differently because we've been training ourselves for loading. Now we're going to change it into then the progression. Okay, so you'll feel it differently. So here, jogging on the spot, keep yourself warm, or jump jacks. And then eventually you'll know that, unfortunately, I will tell you the worries and tales of my day in life because I'm so interesting. I've had a day off from the children. Well, not fully, obviously, because I've got one still at home. So jump jacks, get yourself ready. Now I urge you to go a little bit heavy if you can tonight. Shoulders back, chest lifted. So I'm going to give you 10 seconds to get yourself warmer, and then you're going to grab your weight and we're going to go into it. So it's 10. 5 each side consecutively. It's about effort and style. 5, 4, 3, 2. Can always be a deadlift if you want to. I prefer that little squat there, that little bend, even though my knee sounds like it's cracking. So we're practicing a little bit more on our coordination and balance. We built up the strength here from the previous. Now, if you're not sure, if you're new to the session, then I would suggest you stop with the weight, or you continue doing one side at a time. So maybe just do a squat and come up on your right side and back down to a squat and back to the right side for 10, and then switch. Okay, so you've got the concentration there. This is really focusing on balance now. Whoa. I've done some warming up tonight on my deadlifts, and also some hip thrusters. So that is the first round of that. So one side at a time. So hip thrusters. My weight isn't that heavy. Again, control 1, 2, 3, 4. I tried to change position of my camera, but it's not working. 5, 6. It's a small room in this house. 7, 8. Get down low. 9. Sink into it. So let your body move into that movement. Maybe one extra. I don't feel like I've done a good 10. That's why. Yep, that's the instruction with me. I'll move that to the side because it's sticking. Right. Other side. 1. That's better, so it's smoother. 2. Bit of wear and tear on this one. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. So let's switch it up. One side only. Squat. Left. Squat. Left again. Squat. Left again. Squat. Left again. Squat. Left again. squat. Looking for between 10 and 12. Looking between 10 and 12. If you start to lose your form, and you've got to 10, take a breather. Whew. Other side. Squat. Other side. Again, same rules apply. Sit into it. Keep your back straight, tummy in. So this is a real balance in core when you come to the side. 10 to 12. If you lose your form, you don't have to do all the 12. We'll take a moment to reset if you've got the strength there. If you're losing your form, it might be because the strength is gone. So think about it. I feel like that gets set in quite quick. Is it just me? Two bracing the abs, support the lower back, particularly when you're coming forward. Ooh, I think this is my last one. Center. Skaters, right. Let me see if I can get a proper position on my legs a little bit better. So, doesn't matter which leg you start on. Feet facing forward. 1. Try for 12, 2. 3, unless you lose form, stick with the 10. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. Good, feeling it. We're going to do a set super slow, not yet though. So I want you to feel the difference when we change the dynamics and the objective for this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So remember, if you need to take a breather, you take that breather. Right. Next step, alternating. Grab your weight. Alternating. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Let's go for 12. I don't know what I was thinking. It's 12, isn't it? 11. 12. Way. Okay. We're going to slow this next section real down, okay? So as you can, I'm going to go as slow as I can with control. So you really feel it. Again, 10 to 12, but slow. So feet on your disc. I'm going to try not to straighten this leg too much to come back. Try not to straighten this leg too much to come back, so I'm gripping through that knee, keeping the leg bent. Go down. You're not coming all the way up to straight leg. You're not coming all the way up to straight leg yet. There we go. Not all this supporting leg is not all the way to straight leg. Slow it. Slow it. Don't straighten the leg up. 8. 'Straighten up, Kimmy. That was delightful, wasn't it? Other side. So we're trying not to straighten your supporting leg up. Let's try the other side. Jeez, do we have to? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. If I'm doing it, you're doing it, yeah? Teamwork. So look, this leg slightly bent one. So you're working, this supporting leg is doing a lot of the work. Slow it down, Kimmy. Enjoying it too much, slow it down. Save the moment. Touch your floor if you can. Straighten the leg up. Challenge yourself a little bit more if you need it. I don't need it, clearly. Yeah. Woo! Single side, one more. With your weight, single side. Squat, one side, 10 to 12, 10 to 12. So squat center, one side. You can drop the weight if you want to. We're doing it though. So single side, 1. This is 2, same side. This is 3. This is 4. That growl is not one of pleasure. That weight nearly went through my floor. I need a new one, so it will be a problem. Lost control, Kimmy. Yeah, so you can see the password to my pet name myself. No one else calls me it. If you come back to class and want to call me Kimmy, it's our little secret, all right? Last one. Then switch over to the other side. I'm just making sure that you're following. I'm giving you a breather. That's so nice. Okay, other side. 10 to 12. I want to try and get a little bit lower because I know that is where I'm lagging and being a bit lazy. Come on. I'm going to look less at you guys and go at my form. Looking at the screen, you don't need to anymore. I want to get that awareness of the movement. So I have to look at the screen. Feeling in my legs, my back, my shoulders. It's important to feel where you need to be feeling it. One more for me anyway. And you can say goodbye to that exercise. Work on lower back today as well. Let's do that. It's another extra for you guys. Right, isolated, super slow. Oh, we still got a band as well. Super, okay. Very good, Kim, very good. Let's do it super slow. Keep the knee slightly bent. 1, 2, 3. Do you know when I start counting? 4, I'm suffering because I've got to count to get myself through. 5. Yeah, that's the next one under that. Good counting. 6, halfway. 6 more. Helpful. 6. 5. 4. 3. Whoa, nearly missed it. 2, that's super slow. Or, well, if I'm counting in the spin class, that's different, all right? That's to cheer you up, just so you know the difference. Particularly for you, Louise, my love. I'm counting, that means hurry up! You're going too slow. 1, 2, and again, Alan, if I'm counting in body count class, it's just how many reps you're doing. I'm just doing what I'm told and trying to remember what I'm doing. This is always happening. I'm gonna have to practice. Got that month to get the new release in, I guess, hopefully. Keep this nice and slow. Bent leg. I don't remember doing it apart from Alan. Have you? Let me know at the end. I'm really getting into this one now, aren't you? Oh, 8. I need to mute myself. 9. 10. It's hard to get this leg still when it's trying to be straight. Last one. You can do this. Boy. Give your bum a little tap. And that is the leg portion done. Well, you know it's not all done because we're going to the floor and you have one more with your glutes. Oh, hello. I am still here. Don't panic. Don't panic. Don't panic. Don't panic. I'm still here. Testing, testing. Still here. Nothing has happened to your computer. I'm still here. I don't know why it does that. Don't panic. You're like, yay, it's finished. So you have, I want to start with the glutes first. Yeah, baby. Pants on the floor, butt on the floor, okay? It's amazing what a low-key weekend can do to you energy-wise, and the kids going back to school. So you have your heels, toes are slightly lifted. So you want to keep your hands for stability because it makes a difference because you don't want to be flooring yourself all over the place. So we lift first, squeeze the buttocks, extend, heels, back, low. Nice controlled movement here, squeeze, extend slow. So hip width apart, up, low. Try and lift your feet from your ball of the foot up. Extend the heels, drag the heels back to get that overload on the hamstrings. Breathe in, push off. I know some of you are going to go wash on, wash off. It's a new way of cleaning the floor, but it's only going to be one section of the floor, so I'm going to have to keep moving around the room to do the rest of it, and that ain't going to happen tonight. I have to tidy the room up before this is tidy, by the way. You were going, yeah, of course it is. I have to tidy the room up before I go live because there's so much stuff in the room, thanks to my beautiful children. Usually half naked dollies and bits of Lego, something to tread on. And you think you're safe, you hoover one up and that ruins your hoover. Oh, the joys. And a kid cries for a week, even if it's the smallest insignificant part, you've hoovered up by accident. They never get over it. Keep lifting, squeeze, feel it in the thighs and legs. Good, how you feeling? You happy? When you think about pushing those, digging those heels in, I wasn't digging, can you see? Actually the movement, when I'm dragging, you can see I've got one stronger glute because my heel on one side is lifting up. Remember, if you're not got the glider split toe, you can just do squeeze and lift and use a band around your thighs. And if you band around the thighs, you lift, open the legs, down, tap, lift. So the muscles in your glutes are predominantly slow twitch. So moving them fast is the way they will actually respond to you because they're endurance. So to get more growth in there, yes, endurance, but yes, quick movement. So this is your endurance side of things. This is the level up when you come into your explosive movements, if you're cycling or running. We're doing quite a high range of reps here, yeah? Almost done. Oh, one more, can we get one more? Hug them in. Oh, it should be right under here. Good, 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 right. We're not all done there. Hi, Trevor's legs. Let's go here. Yeah, I haven't told you about my day yet. Joyous Jameson at school. So wide. We're going to do one of each. So tummy in. We're not, this is harder. Here, belly in. You go to the side, push up. So you're working your waist. We're going to do alternating. Side to side. So I'm just going to show you the front of you as well so you can see. So here, obviously I need a bit more room. Side, back, slide, in. Now we're going to do that super, 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 super controlled and slow. Slow. And we're going to do 10, so 5 each side. And I want you to think about it. And then we're going to straight into our abs move. So again, don't look out your elbows in the ab move, but you'll see it. The abs move is going to be this. Keep your body straight. You can see when I wasn't controlling, that wasn't happening. I was a control look. So there's a slight rotation, but I'm not letting my whole hips drop, yeah, tired. So let's do it, 10. Louise, you come, oh Louise, bless you, she's left and she's come back out. Okay, so let's do this. So at that angle, belly button to spine, got it? So hold it there. Side, push, 1. Side, push, 2. Spread the fingers, load it up. If you find this hard, you can always come back into a box position. This is a bit harder. The arms laid out a little bit more. 4, 5, 6. I'm actually beginning to get the hang of these because these were so intense the last couple of weeks I could feel my arms, not my legs, because that would be just ridiculous. Spread your fingers, push into the fingertips. Drag yourself up off the floor. I chose a hard surface, so the luxury of falling to the floor would be very dangerous. So here, now straighten your ab, under control. 2, it's 10, 3, 4, 5, let your hip sag, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now watch, here's where we mess it up a bit. 8, press. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. So doing all the same exercise we did all the other weeks. 8 here, slide out, 8. Just a different approach to it. So you can do, this is how you mix it up when you want to. 4 more, 4, 3, 2. Guess what number's coming up next? You guessed it, you mathematicians, 6. 6. Four. As it gets lesser numbers, get it down lower. 4, 3, 2, 1. 2. Onto your back sides. Jeez. So something switched in me and I'm feeling like I need to train like I'm a fitness instructor, like I'm a head of the class and being the lead. So this is what's bearing me on at the moment, to kind of think, yeah, do you know what? I had the COVID jab. It made me feel a bit rubbish for a couple of days, but I'm well and healthy and my fitness is really important to me. And, you know, I want to keep it going, and that's probably what's helped me stay so well. I like being fit. I treasure it, and all this information that's been pushed through to us recently, mainstream, and all those people, unfortunately, who weren't exercise goers before but probably needed to, have got even worse movement. And I look at my mum. So I'll be honest with you, my mum is pretty immobile. She's got a lot of other conditions going on, and she's not that old. And I see her and her inability to walk, and actually it's a craze sweeping the nation, mates. It's not even like she's singled out, you know, because she hasn't been able to move much. She's lost the ability to, so she struggles quite a lot, massively. And that's happening to everyone. Like they were saying, that people can't even like exercise outdoors because A, their bone density is so weak. If they did, they haven't got the balance because they haven't practiced being exercise. If they were to go outside, they're just falling over. So strength training is the immediate pull for people, just people who are not exercising, it should be, you know, and that's a massive, like, I think it's about 70 odd population, percent of the population aren't, who can't, for medical reasons or whatever. And they should have access to something. It might not be a gym, but something, a place where they can go to, or advice and help, so they can get themselves out of this, or find a way that they can find an exercise that suits them. It might not be walking, it might be some kind of sport, I don't know, but they're talking massively about it, maybe giving free swim membership, anything. They're rolling out these schemes across the UK at the moment, just to see what happens and feedback and the results. A couple more. Oh, keep it strong, hold in to support the back. Oh my word. Tomorrow is my rest day. Right, back through our pyramids, 10 to 2, same sections, couple it up. Let the sliders see the floor, okay? Starting, draw in tummy. Again, you can be here if it's easier. This is the harder version. Inhale, slide out, push, 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Next round, 8. 8. 7. 6. 5. If you haven't got sliders, remember I just forgot to tell you, you could stand out and step in with the hands. Sorry, you can do this. I'm really on it on my selfish mode. And then 8 is the number, yeah? If you're doing perhaps gliders. So I'm going to be a little bit behind on the numbers in that one, so apologies. I mean, to be fair, if you've got socks on a hard surface, you don't need the gliders, but they do make a big difference. The one thing I will say, 6, is you get a bit more support from them. Okay, these are quite old ones, and this is why they're not the best, but they're fine. They're worth investing in, I think. For a couple of quid. Or you can use towels. I am feeling it. 4. 4, let's do this. That's the lower numbers, come on. Brave out. 1. 2, be the hero. 3. 4. 2. 'Now, what did I say I'd give you extra? Lower back, wasn't it? Let's do one more set of, okay, not the push-ups and stuff, don't give me that look, for your reverse lifts, for your hamstrings, purely because I think you'll feel it worthwhile when we flip over to do some back work, and then we can stretch. I think you'll find that's a deal. As soon as you enter the Zoom call, you are now in complete agreement with anything that I ask you to do now. So let's do one more set of these ones, because they will set you up. Think about squeezing from your butt. If it fatigues the butt out, then it should get straight to your back when we do the other exercises. We're going to do one more set of this. So lift, squeeze, in, down. Or if you have the bands, lift up, open the legs, bands. Then think about working evenly. Cool. Come on, lift from the back, come on. I'm going for a maximum number, 20. You don't have to, it's because I know it's a phone around. 20. Oh, that slider. Weak side. Whoop. That was that, not me. Okay. Last exercise. You're doing this quite a lot more yoga. And you can use either gliders if you want or not. The reason I love this exercise is it really hones into posture and upper torso and back muscles. So you don't have too much apart from your upper body, and then we'll go into stretch. So let me do that with the gliders first of all, so you can get a feel of what we're doing. We're going to lie on the floor, and your hands are going to be underneath your shoulders a little bit in front, so you can see them your side of your face. So what I want you to do is tuck your tailbone under and draw your belly in, and you'll get a grip from your butt. If that grip's any tighter, you'll be using your butt to lift and not your back. Okay, so tuck your tailbone under, draw your belly in, little grip from the butt. If it's over gripping, it's going to take away from those other movements. So it's tailbone under and then tummy in. The grip is just holding it there. If it's over gripping, you're going to lose that. Okay, so hands are wide and the shoulder width apart, and I've got my elbows slightly away from the body. So all I'm going to do is draw my shoulders back. So this is retraction, this is protraction, and that means it's wider and it's going to sit your shoulder blades on your spine. So roll up, roll down, push. Now squeeze them and press your hands into the floor. Press your hands into the floor. Now remember, you're drawing the tailbone under, bringing the belly in, and then you're going to slowly lift your head off. Now you're going to hold and squeeze. So I'm going to hold the pressure, shoulders protracting, chin towards chest, not here, chin towards chest. Bring your head back so you start to feel it at the top of your shoulders as well. Tailbone under, draw your belly in, and you're just going to hold. We're going to do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, if that feels more than enough, you're going to stick with that version. Otherwise, if you want to use your disc, it is a lot harder. Use your discs. Same setup. Hands by the side of the face. A little bit of distance between your elbow and body. Just getting cramp in my thighs. Brilliant. Shoulders back. So tailbone under first, belly button spine, then protract the shoulders, push into the floor. Now, again, bring your head back so you're feeling it across the back of the head and neck. Squeeze in. So you're going to go, arms go wide. Arms come in just to that protracted position. Arms go wide, keep pushing into the floor. Arms come in. So you can work a little bit harder if you need to go a little wider, keeping that position in your body. Tailbone under, belly button spine, not too much from the glutes. Work even if you're front and left and right. Or if you need to, come back, you hold and you squeeze for 8. You choose 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more, and we're going to stretch. Oh, it's just reversing all that I'm doing. By the way, it is a really easy yoga on a Wednesday now. It's really simplistic for the fact that it is really breaking down simple moves. It's not just throwing yourself around. If you want to join me, it is a very low, not low level because it's really calming, but it's just not massively flexibility, more strength focus, but it's not asking too much. You're not going to do an injury, but if you want to join, let me know. Okay, so drop me a message. Last round, then we're going to stretch. So again, protract the shoulders. Tuck tailbone under, belly button spine, protract the shoulders. Hands just by the side of you. You can squeeze the shoulder blades, and then you bring the head back. Now, if you can, glide your hands out. Glide your hands in, whilst maintaining that posture and the alignment through the shoulders, your choice. We're almost done. Make sure you're thinking about your tummy muscles pulling in. Little tuck with the tailbone. We can always hold it and retract shoulders and hold. Got another 8. 7, you choose 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push back on your heels, stretch it out. Oh, bum in the air. Stretch it out. Oh. Yeah. And also, if you push your chest to the floor, come up your fingers, you're going to get a stretch in that chest. That feels good. So you come up with your fingers and get your chest through. And then if you can sit back on your heels and just round your tailbone under. Let's do that a couple of times. It opens the back. So I'm sitting on my heels now, rounding my back to here, pushing down onto the floor. And I come up, tuck toes, drop the tilt the pelvis and reach the arms forward. I can come up with my fingers and bring my chest down if I want to get deeper. Any instability in the shoulders, and keep your hands flat. Oh. Palms flat, tuck your toe in under, sit back. Very small. Curl up. Now, straight into quad stretch, lie flat on your stomachs. Belly button to spine. Oh, the floors are actually really nice and cool now. Knees together, squeeze from the bottom, bring your heel down. So your hips are going towards the floor. Squeeze from your bottom a little bit. Shoulders back. Try and get the alignment. Look, that's how lazy my shoulders have got. Yeah, so today, lovely day with my children. So Jameson went to school, practically danced and skipped and hopped all the way down. They're very exciting. And when Thea dropped him off, it was all really lovely. She's like, bye-bye, bye-bye, bye. And then we walked away and she was like, bye-bye, bye-bye, bye. And we went to the park and she was still really happy and bubbly. Anyway, our other side, switch over, we get past Jameson's school because it's the park's a little bit further down. And she's like, JJ. And I'm like, yeah, he's at school. JJ, and gets really emotional, starts screaming her head off. And I was like, no. I'm like, he's at school. So we did a naughty thing. I had my face mask on just in case we had to walk around with the door so she could watch and see him through the receptions of a different area from the other schools and wave. I know, Louise. I had my mask on, but she was like, JJ. Then we managed to get away, and it was literally like that all day. She'll be like, JJ, and I'm like, he's at school. So we did pretty well. I think she missed him a little bit. She got excited with other things, but little madam likes her own way. So I've taken her from the park because we went to the park again because I had to drop mum at hospital appointment. I went to the park and grandma called, so we had to leave, which she knew. But being 1.5 years old, wasn't impressed and screamed all the way back. So in and round. So I had to take her across the field and she tried to wriggle to get out. It was like I actually was smuggling or trying to steal her from someone else or, kidnap her. And it was interesting. So my arms are feeling quite strong today. Once more. Let's get a hamstring stretch. You can either do this on the floor, you can go up to a standing position. Being as I'm on the floor, I'm going to do it on the floor. So tuck the toes under. So you can do it standing if you'd rather. Oh, I just need to get into that hamstring. So you can do it standing upright. And, with this leg straight and then lean forward for hamstring. So yeah, I think we kind of managed to get through most of the day today without her being too upset about missing him. And then the reunion was bittersweet. So he was upstairs. He was like, I really miss her. And when she came back and came bounding in, he was like, don't touch my Lego. So I was like, yeah, okay. And then did play lovely. Got another busy day tomorrow, but I say busy day, playing in the garden, going for walks, trying not to let her destroy the house, those kind of things. Stop her from screaming the house down for a dummy, switch over, which happens, every hour outside. But it was nice though to be with me and my little girl. Oh, lean forward. That's it. Let's lean a little further into it. So yeah, we were on the run today, doing various errands, getting grandma to Thea so she ate on the go. So Thea managed to squeeze yogurt all over her and her face and her clothes. Living life, isn't it? Last bit, coming forward. We are done. So if I move this, it goes out. Don't panic because this is just, I don't know why, really. Hope you're all well. I know Trevor's